Hello everyone, this is Dave Teacher. 구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정 부탁드릴게요. 자, 이제 본격적으로 수업 시작해 봅시다. 법 어휘 고르기예요. 천재이재영 3과입니다. Living together. 자, 시작. A noisy neighbor. I was resting on my couch after a long day. Helping needy people all day is not easy, but it gives me joy. Suddenly, the terrible noise from the apartment above started again. I had heard that some thoughtless and inconsiderate mothers let their children ride bicycles and skateboards inside their homes these days. And I imagined what was going on up there. I picked up the intercom to call the apartment manager again. May I help you? He said. His voice seemed impatient. Is this about the noise upstairs again? Do you want me to tell her to be quiet? I hung up and waited. In a moment, my intercom rang, and the apartment manager said, "The woman upstairs says she is being very careful about the noise. She says she's sorry." He hung up. Sorry? Wasn't the annoying sound the same as before? And why was she being so inconsiderate? Inconsiderate. 살에 깊지 않은. Since I was determined to, end the matter once and for all, I grabbed the intercom again and asked him to connect me to the apartment 909. After many rings, a young woman's voice answered. I spoke strongly. Listen, I live downstairs. Unfortunately, right below you. I've had just about enough of your rudeness. Have enough of. 받을 만큼 받았다. There are do's and don'ts when we live in an apartment, aren't they? The noise from your apartment has pushed me to the point where I'm almost ill. Look, responded the young woman. If I had the ability myself, I would have been quieter. Can I just move around normally in my own apartment or home? You've gone way too far with this, and I am becoming nervous since you complain almost every day. Her voice became desperate. What do you want me to do? I stood up a little straighter, and I held the intercom even more tightly. I made my voice calm and polite. I want what? Any 잘못 썼죠? sensible, reasonable 둘 다 뭡니까? 합리적이라고 선생님이 수업 시간에 가르쳤죠. 이 사람이 뭘 썼어야 했어? 차라리 sensitive 예민한 의미가 좀 비슷한 걸 적어놨네요. 계속 reasonable person would have won. Okay, I said for you to be understanding and considerate. I wish you had been quieter. 가정법 과거 완료. That's all. I firmly put the phone down. How shameless. 창피한 것도 모르는가 봐. I couldn't stop thinking about her rudeness. Yet, the wisdom that comes with age told me that The angrier I became, the more I needed to calm myself down and act carefully. Suddenly, I remember a pair of slippers that I had received as a present but had not used. A present can be a good way to communicate. The slippers could represent my suffering, at the same time serve as a constant reminder to soften the sound of her step. I'd teach her in this quiet way how to live with others as a considerate neighbor. I placed the slippers in an almost new gift bag and added a small used ribbon. Then I walked upstairs and rang the bell. No one answered. I could hear someone inside, so I waited. With her cooperation, I would have already delivered the gift along with the kind greetings such as, "Oh, we're neighbors, but we haven't exchanged hellos yet." But now I was being made to wait. 과거 완료, 과거 진행 수동태. 맞죠? make가 원래는 사익 동사인데 수동태 되면 to 부동사 오는 거 말했죠? 또 뭐야? would have pp. 가정법, 과거 완료. 이거 가정법, 과거 완료입니다. 이해되죠? So finally, the noise became louder as it approached the door. The lock turned once halfway and then completely. The doors slowly opened. A young lady looked up at me from the doorway. She was seated in a big metal wheelchair. Far from angry, her face looked tired and worn. I hid the slippers behind me as quickly and naturally as I could. Actually, I was just about to replace the wheels. I would have done it earlier if it had not taken so long to order new ones online. Anyway, I'm sorry. I can't even offer you some tea because my helper isn't here right now. My eyes ran away from her face and fell instead on her lap and then her legs, resting under a blanket, a colorful blanket. The noise had ended, and now there was only silence. My slippers felt heavy in the chip bag. Since I looked back, the face. Is it since or actually? As 하면서죠. As I looked back at her face and tried to find something to say.